What it do, everybody? It's your girl, and it's Terrific Thursday! It's so stupid. That's alright. You know what? No worries. I'm a Hakuna Matata that bitch. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing grace. And me no worries for the rest of your days. It's a problem free. Check it out. Philosophy. Hakuna Matata. Yeah. I don't know. It was just a thought. But anyways, alright. So what's going on? It's your girl. And there goes my baby. Happy Thursday. Hope you're having a terrific Thursday, because T starts with, I did it again. Okay, so you have this thing where, like, I'll think of something, and then 2 seconds later, I'll forget it, it'll take me forever, or I'll say something, forgot I say it, and say it again. So if that happens, don't judge. Okay? Alright, okay. These are coming off. It was cute while it lasted, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so what I'm gonna do today is, I don't know, just holler at you. I did my makeup, kind of. I did, my brows. I did the primer. Oh, can I say, I can't say enough about this. Gotta say, this primer. Oh my God, my makeup last night stayed all night. I slept in it to test it. Beautiful in the morning, same as I went to bed. It was gorgeous. But anyway, yeah, there's that. So I already put my primer on. And, oh, my bronzer. Because I'll be at the beach like that. And I need some more sun. I don't have enough vitamin D. I know I'm half white, but dang. Really disappointed myself. But anyway, so I did all that, and I did my under eye highlight, and, you know, this, that, and the third, but I'm not completely finished because I didn't do my foundation. So, I'm gonna go ahead and hop on that. Anyways. Okay, so, I don't know how this is gonna go, but guess what? I'm gonna try because, I don't know, it's me, and I love doing it. Yeah, so, let's talk about ratchet baby mamas. Let's do that, okay? Let me tell you something. You know, there are some dads out there that don't want nothing to do with their kids. Nothing to do with their baby mamas. They're petty, spiteful. They're not handling their responsibilities. They're selfish because they're only thinking about themselves. And yes, I'm talking from experience. But, however, I will say, I'm very proud of my baby daddy. He has turned his life around, and I never thought I would see that day. And he truly, truly has my love and support. I'm very proud of him. You go, boy. But anyways, yeah, there are some baby daddies that don't do squat. And then there's those daddies that do everything, yet they ratchet baby mamas. Put them on child support. Don't let them see the kids. Act all funny and you know, just talking to the kid about their dad. You know, this, that, and third. Just, I think it's so wrong when you badmouth your children's father in front of them. Number one, what kind of person are you? Petty, immature. Now, I'm a big adult kid, but I know I'm mature enough that if my kids want to have something to do with their father, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. Have I ever gotten child support? No, but I never really pushed the issue. Why? Because I'm not like that. I'm not like that. But anytime I've allowed him to, you know, be in their lives when they want, when they didn't want, I was supporting both sides. Except for the fact that, you know, talk sugar baby. But anyway, the point is, baby mamas, if you got a good baby daddy, realize and recognize that shit. Let me tell you something. Because there are bad ones, real bad ones, who don't deserve to have anything to do with their children. So stop playing. Wait, hold on. My bad, I had to go do something. But, you know, my heart really goes out to those baby daddies that are trying, you know, to be a part of their kids' lives, trying to take care of their responsibilities, and they don't get treated with any kind of respect. They get put on child support, and the child support is so high that they can barely make that. If they can't make it and don't pay, then they get their license suspended. So how are they supposed to go see their kids if their license suspended? How they, if your license suspended, how are you supposed to do anything? You know what I'm saying? So putting, a baby daddy on child support, unless he has the means, you know what I'm saying? But if he doesn't have the means and just is a great dad and has always been there to take care, and sometimes, daddies do more than the mamas. Daddy's the one at home taking care of the kids while the mama acting a fool. So, that happens. But my heart really goes out to them because they're trying, and these baby mamas keep talking bad about them, but baby daddies can't get ahead because the baby mamas are putting them behind. Now, I believe in, yes, child support. Okay, I understand for those, and I understand it, but it's just the way you go about it, and however the situation is really how you should handle it. It's like, if you got a good baby daddy, then work with him. You know what I'm saying? Co-parenting is so important. I didn't learn how to do that for a while until I was healed from the relationship, and I was healed from the inside out. Mind, body, spirit, soul. I'm still working on some things, but you know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that. So the whole co-parenting thing, y'all really need to think about that if you're not doing it, because let me tell you something. Your kids are going to remember what you said, how you acted, what you did, and when they get older, they're not gonna want to have nothing to do with you, mama or daddy. You could go both ways. They're not gonna have nothing to do with you because they remember how much you put them through, not realizing that you're putting them through crap by you being petty to them. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, I'm just saying, co-parent. Yeah. But anyways, off to another subject. What else could I talk about? Oh, so right, I'm a preacher's kid. I grew up a preacher's kid, and my father is a prison minister. Wait a minute, I don't want Alexis to say this. I want Alex to say it. Hold on. And my father is a prison minister, and he has his own ministry, Hallett Ministries. He's been doing it for umpteen years. I mean, umpteen. So many that I forgot. I can't count. And I, grew up in the church. I was what was that thing called? Youth group. Ha! I was a youth group. I was at church at least 3 times a week. I went to every church camp. I was very, very involved. And we had a good church back in the day. Good church and a good youth pastor back in the day. And that's important to have a good youth pastor, because you need a good youth pastor to lead. You know what I'm saying? Kids away from the devil. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, so I grew up in the church, and I lived a very sheltered life. Very sheltered. I was an only child, so I was very spoiled. I still kind of am, but not really. Trying to get away from that. But yeah, I was spoiled, but I was a good kid for the most part. But because I was sheltered from so much, I did a lot of stuff that I'm supposed to do when I got to a certain age. I remember one time my daddy found a CD in my car. It was the Mystical CD. Okay, now for those who are my age and older, whatever, y'all remember Mystical, right? Yeah. Still smoking. Put wet towel up under the door. Yeah. Him. Did I do it? Right, I did it. All right. Right, all right. Yeah, so he heard that song and that music. I think I got grounded and my car taken away. But yeah, so I lived a very sheltered life. There was certain music I wasn't allowed to listen to, certain movies I wasn't allowed to listen to at 18. But I did graduate from high school, barely, because I was homeschooled for 4 years. What happened was, in 6th grade, I was in class And this little black boy came up and walked beside me just because he was mean. Like, he had no reason to do this, but he came up and walked beside me. I used to get bullied, by the way. He came up, walked beside me, and slapped me in the face. And yo, I was so embarrassed. Like, I didn't know what to do. I'd never been in confrontation like that. I'm not a confrontational person. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I'm not a confrontational person. So, anyway, so he slapped me. And to deal with it so I wouldn't be embarrassed, I started sneezing, like, repeatedly, so that I could hold back the tears. Anyways, yeah, well, my daddy went down there. That nigga handled that, okay? But unfortunately, it caused my parents to homeschool me and remove me from Booker Middle. Now, I can't tell you how bad that decision was. I was homeschooled from 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th grade. I used to sit, this was my day in school. I'd sit down, put my video in, that's back when we had VCRs, and I would watch a school on TV. A teacher, an actual classroom, and kids there, and I was supposed to be a part of the classroom. And I would sit there and I'd have to follow along, read, man, let me tell you something. I ain't learned squat for 4 years. And then finally I get to go to Riverview. Oh my gosh. A whole new world opened up. Okay, you know what I'm talking about? So yeah, a whole new world opened up there. Because as soon as I got to Riverview, it was like, wow, there's people. And I became this social butterfly, you know, friends with everybody because I legit get along with most people, but friends with everybody. And just, they call me Tommy Girl because all I wore was Tommy Hilfiger back in the day. And I had my nails done every 2 weeks. I told y'all, man, I was spoiled. My mom kept me at Dillard's, Bird Eyes, like, I was just down through things, had my own car, had, you know, like Oreo across the top in big white letters. So Oreo was my nickname. When I told you they bullied me in middle school, they used to call me Oreo to make fun of me, but I took it, I adapted, and I accepted it. And then it became my nickname for the rest of my life. So anyways, but yeah, so it was a Riverview social butterfly. I'd be one of those ones that would go to class, or not go to class, but go to lunch both periods, just so I could holler at everybody, you know what I'm saying? So, but because I was homeschooled and not in actual school learning what they were learning, by the time I got to Riverview, I didn't know anything. So I wasn't making good grades, but at that time I hadn't been diagnosed properly with ADHD, and so I couldn't do testing. I couldn't do tests. I had to go to another classroom to do a test, and a teacher would help me. That's how, yeah. And I ain't ashamed, because you know why? I finally picked myself up by the bootstraps, went to night school at Sarasota High back in the day. I would go to school during the day, and then at night go to night school, Monday through Friday, just so I could graduate. And praise Jesus, I graduated. Just like all three of my babies. I'm so proud of them. And now they're actually doing things with their lives, and I'm so, so proud of them. I wish I had the motivation, and I wish I could be the, you know, I wish I would have done things different, but I didn't. But my kids are doing great, and I'm so hopeful for their futures that it kind of just makes me like, well, I obviously didn't do too bad, because they're awesome. Yeah, so, reviews, so, yeah. Oh my gosh. But it was the best 2 years in my life of high school. Okay. The best. I saw what I was missing. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What do I need? What am I doing? Maybe. I don't know. Okay. So I'm thinking about it. I was like, do I want to do my makeup or not? I don't know. So so then when I turned 18, I moved to Tallahassee. Yes, my father got me an apartment up there. I had my own apartment at 18 in Tallahassee. College town. Sheltered girl. Hello. Plus I was up there with my god sister. So we was all up in clubbing all the time. I went wild, but not so wild that it was bad. But oh my gosh. And then baby daddy knocked on my door one day and surprised me and never left. And that's when everything went pew. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all ladies, never let a man distract you from your dreams or anything, stop you from anything. Never let a man do that. And if you really, really need a man or want to find a man with his face in the books, not the coaches. Okay? I told my daughter that when she went to college. Yeah. So just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You know, because it can be... Anyways, I learned my lesson. So, I lasted 6 months at Tallahassee Community College. Had some drama that happened up there that I got moved back home. So, that happened. And from there, it was just... I hadn't been diagnosed with bipolar yet, but that's when it all like started to come up. Yeah, so I went down a little road for a while, and then I got pregnant, and you know, at 21, I was not ready to be a mom. I had all the wrong reasons to be a mom in my head, because I thought that was going to keep him with me and keep him faithful if I had kids with him. So that's why I wanted to do that. And it was okay for a little bit, and then it wasn't, and then it wasn't. So the first year and a half of my life, or of my son's life, Lewis, my firstborn, first year and a half of his life, he was pretty much raised by my mom. I was addicted to cocaine, and I had him living with me, and I had a roommate. We lived in a house, but I would call my mom all the time and tell her I was sick and have her come and pick him up, and finally one day she just kept him. And looking back on it now, I would never, ever do that now. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, everything happens for a reason, and he turned out great. He turned out perfect. So, but I was that mom for the first year and a half, and then I had Zion, and I got back home and started, you know, being mom again, and I got pregnant with Nevaeh, and she was a surprise, and, between Zion being my hit baby, and now my hit baby, so cute, I love him, and then having Nevaeh like 9 months later, it was just crazy, literally crazy. And I did good for a while, for a long while, and was a single mom for most of the time, you know what I'm talking about? But that's where the maturity had to kick in. But at the time I was still toxic, so I was a toxic mature, if that makes any sense. Can you be toxic mature? I don't know. I was. But yeah, I think just because I wanted him to, you know, come and stay with me, like be back with me. But anyways, he's doing great now, ladies and gentlemen. He's turned his life around, like I said in the beginning, so I'm very proud of him. I'm not trying to bash him here. I'm just telling you what I've gone through. So, I did great. It was me and my kids 24/7 all the time, forever. My old IG, you will see that 90% of the videos are me with them, because it was just us, you know what I'm talking about? It's just us. And they were my best friends. I miss them being that little, I really do. Because, yeah, I do. Because, I don't know, it's like they needed me then, and now they don't really need me. But, you know what? When they do need me, I'll be there in a hurry. Yeah. Like, my daughter calls me the other day and tells me that she now wants to move to Tallahassee and go to school up there. Which made me so happy, because I'm like, I went to TCC too. You go, girl. What's going on? What's wrong? So she's having some issues at Stetson, and she doesn't like it. So much so that she literally wants to finish out the semester. And she called me, so she was telling me about what's going on with her, you know, and it made me so happy because I don't know. I was so scared of her leaving, and I went through this really bad depression months before she left. But like, it's not as bad as I thought, because she came and surprised me 2 weeks ago, came, visited me, her friends, and then she's coming this weekend for her birthday, and it's just, you know, I talk to her almost every day. Like, it's not that bad. And, you know, it does my heart happy. It really does my heart happy. So I'm proud of her. Anyways, I don't know where I was. Oh, I did highlight. Yeah. I don't know where was I. Anyways, so, yeah. They've grown up now. But I used to love cooking for them and their friends, because their friends would come over, and because my dad built a basketball, we have a basketball thing in the backyard, a basketball court, and my dad built for the kids. Them kids is spoiled as heck. Okay, they were spoiled too. Anyways, so we built a basketball. Their kids, or their friends, always would come over, and Miss Alex would cook for them, Mama Alex, whatever. And it just, you know, I miss those days. And now I'm trying to deal with, well, I've been trying to deal with since like 2021, trying to deal with the fact that my kids are now grown. You know what I'm saying? And mom is not the one that I'm trying to kick away all the time. However, I did get to go out with my daughter one night before she went to college. It was amazing. We had the best time ever, and we looked so cute too. Oh, it was like for my birthday. Yeah. They pulled me up on stage, play that song. What's it called? It's your birthday, bitch. The birthday, bitch. Yeah, that song. And it was amazing. Ew. And then, do you know that there's this guy in the VIP, and he pulls me up there. Well, I'm already up there, and he pulls me over to the VIP, and like he's talking, trying to holler. Do you know that nigga kissed me right on stage in front of everybody? Yeah, everybody. Now, I was like, what the fuck? I looked in the van down there. I was like, and I didn't want to smack him, you know, but I dipped out of that bitch. I mean, how could you do that? And you know what the messed up part is? He wasn't even like drunk like that. He seemed somewhat sober. Maybe that was just the way he, I don't know, but it wasn't cool. Yeah, but you know, we went out and it was great. I had the best time with my daughter and her friends. You know, it really did my heart good. I love anytime she spends with me. I am really trying to put this lash on, and I can't find my tweezers. So hold on a second, child. Let me tell you something. Putting on these lashes sometimes is like such a chore. Back in the day when I was doing the Instagram videos every day, I did my eye makeup every day, different colors, you know, really got into it, and I would not leave the house unless I had my lashes on. And back in the day, we just used the strips. So I'm still like real old school in some things I do. But I can't get those the separate ones, you know, that everybody be doing now. My daughter can do them beautifully, okay, and like perfect. And people go pay and get this stuff done. Yeah, I can't at all. I don't know. I guess I'm just stuck on this, what's it called? Old way of doing things. But hey, what did I say the other day? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I wonder what I was talking about when I said that. Yeah, so anyways, you know, my life ended up going in a downward spiral for a little while after I stopped doing videos and was in a relationship for 3 years. I know this is really annoying to y'all. You know, how do those makeup influencers on TV, how on earth do they put their lash? All they do is like set the lash down. Me, no, I gotta go full scale right now, like full scale. Oh, this is annoying. Okay, I know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get into this influencing thing, and I'm just trying to do my best, you know, because these days, kids are grown. They're growing up. And I feel like I can't keep up with it. And there are people influencing. I know I was talking about something else before I started going off on something else because I squirrel. I don't remember what it is. Maybe it'll come back to me. But kids these days, no. Oh yeah, there are some influencers, and I've seen some that have no business doing this. I mean, yeah, it's great. They're creative. I give them props doing this, that, and the third. But I figure if they can do it, I can do it. Because I used to do it back in the day. But back in the day, I had like, stuff to do around the house because I had to go to work. I did videos from work because I worked at Winn-Dixie in customer service. And it was just like, that was life. And I don't know. I loved it. It was a great time in my life. And then it went downhill after I broke up with my 3-year relationship person. And for a little bit, I was going a little crazy. I have been to rehab, I think 3 times. First time I was 21. I went for coke, whatever. Yeah, so I've been to rehab 3 times. I was doing the NA meetings and this and that, and I, went through it, did great. Let me tell you though, the NA meetings are just not what they used to be. Everybody know everybody's business. Everybody's a hypocrite, and everybody talk about everybody. So, like, what are you doing? So I stopped going to meetings. But when you have a really good support system and people who truly love and care about you, personally, I'm not against NA. I just personally, I don't go to the meetings anymore because of how they've gotten. But yeah, so I've done the whole rehab thing, and I got back right. And then I met a girl, and I was with her for a year. We had a very close relationship, and you know what? She was great. She was great. I was good for a while. And then I had a breakdown because life was getting too strenuous. So after a year, we broke up, went our separate ways, and I wish her all the best. Still love her and pray that she's doing good. I know she's got 2 little girls, but after her, I came back home. And then, this is where the fun begins. I had a freaking mental breakdown after I broke up with sperm donor. I had this mental breakdown, okay? They finally got me on the right meds and got everything squared away, but for like a year, almost a year and a half, I was not with it. I was having delusions, hallucinations, like schizophrenic type of things, and they tried to diagnose me with multiple personality disorder. It was only like at that time, but I do have a lot of personalities, I think, but they ain't wrong. But anyway, so that happened, and I was so crazy that, like I said before, I threw everything in my room away, and I kept my door closed for 3 days. Nobody knew, none the wiser, and I regret that. I regret that very much. But anyways, so I got on some really great antipsychotics. No, I got on some antipsychotics. It's what I needed. It got me back down to earth. And then I don't know. It's like I resorted back to, I don't know, a funky time. So, I did great for a while. I was doing great for a while. And then life, happens. I got started working at Publix. I was still crazy. So, like, I was very uncomfortable there at first, but I was trying to, trust in Jesus and hope that he got me through it. Yeah, so I did that, and then I went from Publix to Brio. I loved Brio so much. They spaghetti bolognese and pasta alla vodka. That's the best Italiano food. Even though nobody Italian cooks it. But yeah, I loved it there. I loved the people, the kitchen staff. Like, it just felt like a second family, and I always wanted to be there, so I became a workaholic, and I loved it so much. But my daughter was getting ready to go to college, we found out, and at that moment, that's when I started kind of doing the Klein thing. But I got my own car, I got my own like I've said this before, okay, a degree. And then I happened, because I like to self-sabotage myself, along with the main thing, my myasthenia gravis is getting worse, and serving is no longer something that I can do. I dropped too many trays there, and they were so gracious with me, but I dropped too many trays. If I don't have my medication for my myasthenia gravis, it's a wrap. I can't do squat. So I stopped there, and at that point, it was like somewhere in May. At that point, I was like, you know what? I need to stop for a minute and take care of me. I need to get my health back right. I've got to have a hysterectomy. I gotta get back on some better meds because my myasthenia gravis is getting worse. Okay, I gotta make sure my mental health is on point because it hadn't been, but it's getting her. Okay, it's getting her. So I, just with the journey that I've had, the things I've gone through. So I used to sell drugs. I was like Jackie Brown, okay, to my homeboy, and we were a good team, and dang, that was the craziest thing. God was really looking out for me because the stuff I was doing, selling, the amount. I should have been in federal prison. I should still be in prison right now, but no. God's grace and mercy covered me, and he watched over me, and he took care of me when I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't thinking about myself. Yeah, I lived that life for about a year or 2 years. And I was really good at it because I'm a people pleaser, and I wanted to have the approval of, other people. Because I wasn't getting it at home, like, daddy issues and stuff. But who doesn't? I mean, I'm just being straight, open, and honest with you. This is, what happened. So I lived that life for a while, but now I'm 43 years old, and I'm like, all right, it's time. Your kiddies are grown. Alex, do you take care of you? So start with your health. So as soon as I'm done with my surgery and getting back to whatever your definition of normal is, I don't know. Then I'll start working. But it's a good time to sit back and reflect. You know what I'm talking about? And it caused this to happen. So why the frick not? We're gonna go with it. Yeah. But let's see. Oh, that's not even cute. Why y'all ain't saying nothing? I hate the fact that there are some lipsticks that are great, and then there are some lipsticks that are not great. And the ones that are not great, they sit there and they just take up on you, flipping them out. Freaking annoying. Let me tell you something though. This Morphe lip gloss right here, ladies, can I tell you? Holla at it. Watch this. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. And I love pink. Pink, my favorite color. Ta-da. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Okay. Yeah. So, I've seen some influencers, and they just sit there and ramble, and people watch. People like, people subscribe. They ramble about whatever, some stuff stupid. I don't know. I'm gonna still try to think about what I'm gonna do. I know I want to make people happy, make people laugh, and I want to raise spirits, send love, send good vibes, and nothing but that. So I'll start there and see where it takes me. But I think I'm done rambling. I am. I thank you if you made it this far and watched the whole thing. I appreciate you. And what am I supposed to do? Like, subscribe, whatever. I don't know. Just enjoy. I hope y'all have a terrific Thursday. I'ma holla at you. Your girl has... Oh, look, my hair even look cute, even though I just put it up so I could do my makeup. Hold up. Let's see this. Wait. Your girl gotta do it. Here we go. Oh, yes. Child, let me stop. Somebody come get me. Come get this camera. All right, y'all. I'ma holla. I will see you later. And don't ever forget, Jesus loves you.